Hi, Dr. Richard Bartlett here with my weekly whatever this is. Had an interesting time just right before a webinar I had to do. I was doing a group transpersonal transformation webinar, group healing webinar, and I was eating breakfast at my usual place with my son. We came out and my shifter for my Firebird had jammed up. There's a spring in there that can get jammed, and so we couldn't shift back out. So I couldn't make. I was afraid I was going to make the webinar in time, so I had to pull the shifter out. I had to go in with my finger and try and unlock this spring, and I don't even know what I'm doing, right? But the reason I'm talking about it is because I just put everything on hold. I took a breath, I relaxed, and I surrendered. And when I surrendered, I got very calm inside, very quiet inside. And that gave me the access to have the patience and the hope, the sense of hope that no, I mean, my son went to worst case scenario as he often does. He's like, Dad, we're gonna have to call a tow truck. When the car's running, you know, and everything, it's got one of these T shifters. So I was like, no, son, I think I can do this. So the little thing pops out, and it's got a lever on it. And so I popped the plastic out, and I'm reaching inside. And I had to get on my back almost underneath, you know, the car in the parking lot in a ridiculous position right before I was to do this webinar. And it became a current of peace, just this is what is showing up in this moment. Now there was a movie, and I keep trying to remember what it was. I don't think it was the original Day the Earth Stood Still, but there was this thing where a man would go out and he would try and start his car too fast. His car would jam up, then it would choke, and then he couldn't start it. And there was another thing where somebody was doing something and they were too hurried or they were in too much stress, and so it always caused a problem. And it might have been the Day the Earth Stood Still, but I haven't seen it in the movie. But anyway, whatever this was, this alien basically being was just saying, you know, slow down, you know, treasure your life, be at peace. And when they slowed down, the car didn't have a problem starting because he hadn't flooded it, because he hadn't been impatient. Backing out, they didn't almost hit the other person, kind of like in Back to the Future, the second one, I think. And just everything went differently. So it's not to say that everything will always go perfect, because it certainly doesn't. It never does, in fact. And there's that whole Buddhist idea of all of life is change, and that's really the only thing you can depend upon, is that you can't depend upon anything. If you embrace that, not with a sense of pessimism, but with a sense of divine surrender, like the rose blooming in the center of the desert or something, if you will embrace that for what it is, whatever it's showing up, however it's showing up, not trying to change it, not trying to force it, just allowing it to express itself, and then you finding your narrative within the flow of what's going on, things might go a lot smoother and better for you. That's my message for this week. Thank you.